The figures suggest that Schumacher and Fangio were better, but the people who know, they tell a different story.
I think Senna, I will put him in number one.
For me, Senna is number one.
For me, he was number one. I will put Ayrton Senna as number one.
For me, Ayrton Senna undoubtedly was the number one.
I would put him number one. You know, he was definitely the greatest driver.
If you ask me, I put Senna as well in number one.
Martin Brundle, who raced against the Brazilian for 11 years, is well qualified to explain why Senna was the ultimate driver's driver.
He had a God-given talent that I haven't witnessed anywhere else. A sixth sense of where the grip was before he turned into a corner.
If you look at this Lotus here, even when it's going in a straight line, it is dancing.
Absolutely.
And there.
You look at these and you think,
Here we go.
I can't do that.
I think Senna's ability to be able to drive completely on the limit. Some of the laps he did, we know, were unbelievable.
This is manic. Look at this. How he reads those two guys is absolutely on it, isn't it?
This is.
Look at that.
Senna was so good at banzai last-minute qualifying laps that in his Formula One career he won an incredible 65 pole positions.
He had this gift to just go and find, we could all find a tenth or two. The really great drivers can go and find a half a second or 3/4 of a second.
However, Senna could do even better than that. In Monaco in 1988, he out-qualified his teammate, the great Alain Prost, by a scarcely believable 1.5 seconds.
Nobody in the end wanted to spoil Senna's pole lap. And when you saw the day-glow McLaren and the very bright helmet of Ayrton Senna, he would come through and we literally jumped out of the way. You didn't want to be the one they all talked about as having blown the lap that the whole of the Grand Prix venue was looking forward to.
But it wasn't just out-and-out speed that made Senna special.
He was so good because he was working so hard on details. And I improved the car also there and there, but he went in the fine details. That's why it was fantastic.
Yeah, the worst is here.
The worst is the second chicane and in the third chicane. But it's because the asphalt goes like this, in the third chicane and it's like this. In the second chicane is becoming bumpy.
And if I think back to when I was his test driver at the beginning of the '94 season, after the second day he had a small incident and tweaked his neck, and that was it. The test was over as far as he was concerned. I came in the following day and he was there in the morning. I thought, oh, okay, he must have made a miraculous recovery. But in actual fact, he was just there to listen to what I was saying to the engineers, to work out whether he could trust my feedback. And when I compare that to Nigel Mansell, when I was his test driver, he would set a lap time and then he would bugger off to the golf course.
Another weapon in Senna's armoury was his utter ruthlessness.
Prost having a look, and Senna's crowding into the pit wall.
Schumacher trying to take Ayrton Senna, and let's see if the Brazilian moved across. Indeed he did.
He often used to put us in a position that you were going to have an accident and he would leave it up to you to decide whether to have that accident or not.
So when he wanted to overtake, he'd go on the inside and put the car in a place. If you tried to take the corner, you're going to hit him.
Yes, he would put you in a compromising position and then leave you to make the decision. And if you didn't run into him, then psychologically you were buried and finished. He would then know that every time after that he showed you a wheel, you jump out of the way.
He's got Mansell climbing all over him. He has no reason to stay out. I think
Even the giants from Senna's era respected his toughness.
I don't think there was any qualifying session or any race he went into that he wasn't prepared to put it on the line.
all over the back. He's having a look and he's inside Mansell.
He was the toughest driver and the most ferocious driver to protect his area or space.
Senna, all his skills involved. He's got a much slower car. Very clapped out tyres on his car. Mansell's got fresh rubber on, all the grip in the world. Senna blocking away and sliding a lot. Senna knocking it down.
Mansell weaving this way and that way, but Senna won't let him pass. He's got the racing line, he's going to keep it.
When there is a gap, you either commit yourself as a professional racing driver that is designed to win races, or you come second, or you come third, or you come fifth. And I'm not designed to come third, fourth, or fifth. I race to win. And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
When you had to be back in the 80s.
Crazy. A bit of honesty here.
You know, you've got your Mansells, Piquets, Prost. The drivers were incredible, and do you think that shining out from all of those drivers in that great era,
yeah,
Senna rose to the top?
Senna rose to the top.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I was never a Senna fan. I always thought Gilles Villeneuve was the greatest racing driver of them all, but to make this film, I've watched hours and hours and hours of footage. And the thing is, Villeneuve was spectacular on a number of occasions. Senna, he was spectacular every single time he got in a car.